Hi everyone. In this video today, I'm going to give you an overview of the Fairfield real estate housing market going into 2024 now that we have finished the first quarter, what we're feeling with our buyers and sellers, and what our expectations are for the rest of the year. And plus talk to you about some of the changes we've seen over the last 5 years with the housing here in town. If you're interested, stay tuned. Hi everyone, I'm Jennifer Lockwood, your local realtor here in Fairfield, Connecticut. Let's just give you an overview of the town of Fairfield. We have seen population increase over the last 5 years, and we are now over 62,000 residents. And it's over a 30 square mile area. So wherever you live, it is a good measurement to understand how populated a town is by looking at the people per square mile. So in the town of Fairfield, there are 2,000 people per square mile. Now, when you compare that to say the city of Bridgeport, which is the city next to us, there's over 9,200 people per square mile. So much more dense area is filled, is much busier and populated in a city. But as far as towns in the state of Connecticut, Fairfield is ranked the 11th largest community within the state. Lots of reasons for that. You can go and see a previous video I've done of the pros and cons of living in Fairfield. It is a very attractive place to live for so many reasons, but mostly because of its community, its location to the Long Island Sound, having beach access, lake access, and also access for commuters to the train, as we have 3 train stations and I-95. So that just gives you an idea of the town itself and how it's been building. Let's talk about housing. 85% of the houses here in Fairfield are single-family homes. The remaining percentages are condos, multifamilies, and apartment buildings. And that's where we've seen the biggest change over the last 5 years. It was only 5 years ago that the first apartment building was built in Fairfield. And all of these apartment building developments that we've seen happening have happened all along the train line, which makes sense because it's access to the train. The 2 largest developments have been Alto Apartments and Landmark, which combined are over 280 units, and they're right on the Metro train line. Also note, the Metro train line, which is the one that borders Bridgeport, has now changed their name. They are now going to be called Fairfield Black Rock. It was confusing for a lot of people when they were referring to certain train stations and stops between the Fairfield Center and Fairfield Metro, so they're making it Fairfield Black Rock. So just make note of that. The next luxury apartment building that was built was the Anchorage, and that is walking distance to the Fairfield Center train station. Another Fairfield Station lofts were built. Those were a smaller apartment building, but again, right in walking distance to Fairfield Center train station. And there's this very big development. They have a 10-year plan to be done on the Ash Creek side of the Fairfield Black Rock station. So this is a long-term project they have been trying to build, and it's starting with apartment buildings. So more apartment buildings have just been slotted there. They are building them right now, and another large group of units have just been approved. And the goal is to have this area be mixed use transit development area where they're going to have not only apartment buildings, but a hotel and some commercial development. But that is a long-term plan. Right now, they are approved to build more apartment buildings of this Ash Creek area, part of the Fairfield Black Rock train station. So you have seen over the years, we have had development of these apartment buildings have brought more people into town and have an accessibility to the train to be able to live in this town and commute to their jobs. I often get questions about condos here in Fairfield, but like I said, the majority of housing here is single family homes, but we do have condo complexes. We have a number of them throughout town, but they are older. They were built over 20 years ago, all throughout town. And recently we've had more development of luxury condos, and those are in Southport and all in the beach area. They do range over $1 million. So the starting point are on the higher end, but these units have been built because of lifestyle choices. We are finding many people want to live with convenience. They want to walk to town, they want to walk to the beach. So that's where the development has been happening. I often say Fairfield is very special because it is one of the only towns along the Long Island coastline where you can live and walk not only to town but to the beach. You're not segregated by just the beach area or just the town area. You can literally live near the center of town or in the beach area and be able to walk everywhere. So that convenience is what people are looking for, which is why the new construction of these luxury condos tend to be in that area. So now let's talk about price point. We have seen a huge increase in home prices since COVID. People have discovered Fairfield, they have migrated here, and they want to live here. So it has jumped up home prices in addition to the never-ending struggle for inventory. Many people have refinanced their homes during the COVID times at a 3% and jumping up to a now 6.5%. Interest rate doesn't make financial sense. So many people are not moving, they're holding tight until interest rates come down. So we are still struggling for inventory, and that lack of supply is still driving up home prices. Right now, the average sale price at the end of the first quarter of 2024 is $1,148,510. That is a 9.3% increase from just 1 year ago. Inventory is down 23.8%. And as of today, we only had 83 homes on the market. That's constantly changing, but just showing the lack of inventory still driving up home prices. I have many other videos about neighborhoods here in Fairfield. There are 12 neighborhoods within town, all a little bit different. Greenfield Hill has 2-acre zoning. People that want to live down at the beach are living in either a 0.11 acre to 0.17. There's some 0.24 acre in that area, so the houses are much closer together. And in other parts of town, you might find a little bit more land and neighborhood settings. So each area is a little bit different. When you start looking for a home, you get pre-approved and understand your price point. You need to know what you can afford in order to understand where you can live, and then that will guide you by location. So I've created a chart here to show you the average sales price by neighborhood. And you can see from this chart, and I'm going from really the west side of Fairfield to the east side, and I have this wonderful neighborhood map that helps my buyers determine what part of town they're in. You can see starting in Southport how the prices start high in the locations that are most sought after. All the areas that are close to town have a higher price point than other parts of town. You can see starting in Southport, $1,685,000 for the average sale price. Sasco, $2.880 million. In the beach area, it's $1,558,000. A lot of the beach area tends to be new construction. People love, love, love living in the beach area. Then we have Greenfield Hill, $1,538,000. In Sturgis, $987,500, and this area is a much larger part of town surrounding Fairfield University. So you get a big range of types of homes. You could get ranches, capes, colonials, some new construction. So a really wide variety in the university area. And then we have Tunx's Hill, which these houses tend to be smaller, closer together, and that average is around $554,000. The Stratfield area in the northern part of town, they average $746,000. And in the Lake Hills and Lake Mohegan area, the average is $824,750. So what is the prediction going into 2024? One of the biggest indicators to determine what's going on with the market is looking at month supply of inventory. A balanced market is 5 to 6 months of inventory. Right now we have 2.4, and it has been at that number for quite some time. And even though our sales are down, it's because the inventory is down. We still don't have enough inventory to match the demand. Interest rates are going to be a big determining factor as to where the market's going to go. We have been expecting interest rates to go down. We've been expecting the Fed to have a tax cut, but we haven't seen it yet. It seems to be getting delayed further and further into the year. We are expecting interest rates to stay pretty steady until they do a price cut. So we are flip-flopping in the middle 6 range. Sometimes it goes up and it goes down. It changes every day depending on what's going on with the economy. I don't think we're going to see much change until interest rates go under that 6% range. Then you may see more people come to the market, but you can expect what you have been seeing throughout the last few years, which is as homes come on the market, they will get absorbed by the demand. So if you are looking here in Fairfield area either to move or to sell, please reach out to me. I could give you more detailed information to help you on your journey.